Also is Jean-Pierre Jarier, but Jarier will be starting from the back of the grid. So we'll see whether he can make any progress. On pole position there is Xavier Pompidou, and they're getting ready for a 10-lap race now. So let's just look at the grid in a bit more detail again. It is Xavier Pompidou on pole position, alongside him Marc Surer. Second row of the grid, Bepi Gabbiani, Jean-Marc Gounon. Third row of the grid, Peter Kerner and Jan Lammers, then Rupert Keegan, Michele Alboreto and Jacques Lafitte. Oh, no, that's interesting. That's a change from my paperwork that they gave us earlier on. We had Jarier at the back, but it looks as though it's actually Lafitte at the back with Michele Alboreto. There's Michele, and yep, there's Jacques Lafitte. So a change there to the published lineup for this grid. Veteran Formula One driver, 54 years old now, Jacques. Raced for Williams and Ligier in his career and did 176 Grand Prix with 6 victories amongst those. So, getting ready to start this race. Engines are started with those electric starters going in through the side pods onto the engines. And then we get ready for the lights to change. And we're going to get the first of the semi-finals underway. Xavier Pompidou tries to get away. Gabbiani makes a good start from the second row. And also trying to come up was Jan Lammers. But it's Pompidou with the lead. Gabbiani in second place. Surer has dropped back to third position, fiddling with his carburetor, trying to get the thing to run cleanly. And it does look a bit smoky, and some of the cars not running quite as cleanly as they might do. And Xavier Pompidou is the man with the advantage. Jan Lammers is running in fourth position. Pompidou leads. There's Lammers, number 37. And it looks, should be Lammers anyway. Just check that as they come through. No, it's Keegan, in fact. It's Rupert Keegan, number 37. Lammers is slightly further back than that. Thought it didn't look like Jan Lammers' helmet. So Rupert Keegan's made a good start because he started back on the fourth row of the grid. So a good getaway for him. Leaders, Xavier Pompidou and Bepi Gabbiani. Bepi Gabbiani, it's good to see him racing again. He was a star of Formula 2 in the early 80s. Never made it into Formula 1, but was a very, very successful Formula 2 racer. And on his day, really could beat just about anybody in F2. Now look at this, he's got a chance. He's got past Xavier Pompidou. Pompidou running a bit wide, and that's allowed Gabbiani to go through. Pompidou continues to challenge him, and this is giving Marc Surer a chance to catch up, lying in third place at the moment. Marc Surer. Oh, Pompidou tries to go the inside, but ends up running wide. There was a little bit of contact, but they got away with it. And so it's still Bepi Gabbiani leads. Pompidou second, Surer third. Peter Kerner's now come up to fourth. And so has Jean-Marc Gounon moved up past Rupert Keegan. Keegan dropping back a little bit. He looks a bit sore yesterday when I saw him, Rupert Keegan. His ribs are a bit bruised, and his arms were hurting. It is quite physical, this karting game. Oh, look at this. Pompidou's got through this time. Squeezed past Bepi Gabbiani. But Gabbiani, no, has the lead as they come back into the stadium. Now Pompidou goes down the inside. Great move into the first corner. And Pompidou goes into the lead once again. Gabbiani back to second. Marc Surer still in third. Then Peter Kerner in fourth, looking to close up the gap a little bit. The kart sometimes hopping a little bit through the corners. Not as much as in previous years, though. The Bridgestone tyres that they're running on this year are a slightly harder compound, and the karts are sliding a bit more. That's probably a good thing, because we've seen them roll over in the past through sheer grit through these hairpins. They're not really doing that this year. They're sliding a bit more now. Gabbiani, another chance to go through. Surer in third place has closed up. Marc Surer, a man who loves to go karting in his spare time, but he also loves riding horses as well. He's a bit of a show jumper and a bit of an eventer as well. He was telling me yesterday he won a competition recently, a sort of an eventing cross-country competition just recently. It was a flat out, against the clock, jumping over natural obstacles, and he thoroughly enjoyed that. He said he gets more nervous when he's about to go on an event like that than he does when he goes karting or when he gets in a racing car. The horse gets nervous as well, and he reckons it's all far more intimidating, but he loves it anyway. And he does that. He does a bit of karting when he's not working hard, which he does, commentating for digital coverage of Formula 1 these days. He's an expert commentator. in Formula One, so he goes to most of the Grand Prix. In fact, not all of, if not all of them. There, change of lead again. Gabbiani's gone back past Pompidou. And the top four really are very close together now. Peter Kerner, there he is in fourth place, the ex-karting world champion from a few years ago now. It's great to see him back out and racing here. Jean-Marc Gounon is in the background. GT racer. Raced for McLaren for the Gulf team during '96. Xavier Pompidou back down the inside. Side by side for the lead now. Pompidou versus Gabbiani. And it looks to me as though Pompidou's almost playing with these other guys. He's just allowing them to get alongside him. He's making a bit of a race of it, but it's making for some fun and games. Gabbiani leads, Pompidou second, makes a bit of a mistake there. Sura almost gets alongside him. Gabbiani leads still as they come across the line to complete another lap. All the karts really getting much more close, and in fact, looks as though Peter Kerner has gone past Marc Sura. Yes, he has. The Dutch driver, 24, number 24 that is. The Dutchman's got up into third place now. Number 28, Gabbiani leads from number 23, Xavier Pompidou, the young Frenchman, still to make his mark on the world of motor racing, but an extremely fast kart driver. There he goes down the inside. Oh, great overtaking again. Sliding down the inside. That's the way to do it. Pompidou leads from Gabbiani. And Peter Kerner in third. Sierra fourth. Jean-Marc Gounon fifth. And the fiery Frenchman at the back of this group. Watch him because he's always one to have a go. And I can imagine him trying to slip past Sura before this race is done. 2 laps to go now in this first of our semi-final. Oh, look at that, Pompidou nearly rolled it that time. Oh, and it's actually the last lap we're on to now. Xavier Pompidou, the race leader, almost rolled it. Well, I said that they weren't getting close to rolling as they have done in the past, but now with the tyres fully up to temperature in the latter part of this race, a bit more grip being generated, and Pompidou very nearly went over there. Gabbiani now has a comfortable lead, and it looks as though he's going to win this one from Peter Kerner in second position. Gabbiani wins it, Peter Kerner in second, Pompidou finishes third in the end. Gounon and Sura battling across the line, with Gounon just taking the position of fourth. So that was some good entertaining racing. And Gabbiani delighted to take the win there. So that will put him through to the final automatically, of course. And Xavier Pompidou congratulating him after a very closely fought race, and Pompidou nearly rolling it over, but just about managing to recover his position, but ended up back a little bit. There are some of the slow motion action. There was Xavier Pompidou. I wonder if they got the slow motion of him on 2 wheels. Have to watch as they go through this sequence. That was some of the overtaking action that we saw. Rupert Keegan there with the orange crash helmet with Jan Lammers. They were battling for position. It looks as though it got a bit physical between the two of them. But Gabbiani was the race winner in the end for that semi-final. And there are the results. Kerner second, Pompidou third, Jean-Marc Gounon fourth.